I would just like to point out that all of the characters and writings are property of the prospective owners and the people who created them. I own none of the content that is currently being created. Please support the official release of all such products. Thank you for listening. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Volume 1, Chapter 3. First conversation. Did someone say little one? No matter how I think about it, they were probably talking to me. But rather than a voice, it felt like being directly made aware of those words. At any rate, I don't got ears to hear. Oi, can you hear me, can't you? Responding would be good. I can hear you. But however, since I lack a voice, I cannot respond. As a test. Too loud, Baldy! That's the answer I tried to project in my head. Well, not like you hear it anyways, so you should be fine, but how did I respond? Ho ho ho, to call me a Baldy, aren't you a brave one? It's been long since I have last had a company, so I may behave modestly. But this one seems to be searching for death. This is bad. You heard that one. But hey, when I think words in my head, I can respond. Had I been taught that earlier, I wouldn't have to anger my partner. And besides, I don't even know what my partner is like at all. Well, that's that. Time to throw in the towel. Let's properly apologize here. I'm sorry, I didn't know how to respond, so I decided to try whatever seemed appropriate. I sincerely apologize. And on that note, I must note that I have no eyes to see with, so I cannot behold your visage. Did that reach? Well, although I can't see him, who would expect him to be bald? Though if that's the case, any amount of rage can only be expected. Let's also refrain from thoughtless statements. And suddenly laughter. A perfect three-step laughter. Simply breathtaking. Has the anger passed? Interesting. Truly stated without beholding my appearance as I suspected. But for you to lack eyes. Slime species are typically thoughtless creatures that only absorb, dissolve, and regenerate. They have yet to behold one leaving their territory. Somehow he started telling a tale. Rather than abating his anger, did I win his interest? At any rate, this is first contact. This is the first chapter in my life's slime story. I want to proceed on a favorable terms, and learn a lot from him. When a slime suddenly rammed my body, I naturally found it rather bizarre, with an abnormal speed and regeneration capability too, at that. What are you? A named monster? A unique monster? Named? Unique? I don't understand. I apologize, but I don't really understand the meaning of what you said. Truth be told, since I have been born only 90 days, have... self-awareness is something impossible for a slime. Named monsters are those that have received a name, but to have had only 90 days since birth. In this case, unique? What would you mean by unique? Unique monsters are those who have undergone some mutation and possess unusual powers. Rarely, such are born in areas with high magic essence density. I see you're born from the massive magic essence that leaked out from me. Hmm, what would that mean? Let's see, past worlds knowledge can be used to figure this one out. In other words, magic essence leaked out from this assumption, and thus it has become abundant around here. And then from that gathered magic essence, the monster that was born from it, the slime, myself. Is that it? Hmm. In these 300 years, a monster who could approach myself had not existed, being born from the magic power that originated from me. Perhaps you could even lay your hands upon myself. Oh, in that case you could be something akin to my parent? A parent would be the wrong way to call it. After all, I do not possess reproductive capabilities. Some monsters can reproduce, and some cannot. Normally, lacking such capabilities would be normal, no? If monsters born from condensed magic essences, wouldn't reproduction be unnecessary? Nay, you're pretty intelligent. For ordinary monsters, those who are able to think are few in number. Monsters that possess true intelligence would only be Majin. But that is fine. I will respond to your question. There are inferior races, which capable to reproduce goblins and orcs, along with lizardmen, to name a few. There are a special group among the monsters and are commonly referred to as demi-humans. Among demi-humans, there are also those who have allied with human elves, hobbits, and dwarves, or sprite tribe. Well, in few words, the demi-humans that have allied to Majin are called monsters, and the demi-humans that have allied to human seem to be recognized as kind of humanity. Those demi-humans would be the representatives of monsters capable of reproduction, though to me they are no more than trash. Next, about Majin. It was a generic term for those that have been born from magic essence, mutated monster species, or those who evolved from animals and magical beasts. Reproductive capabilities and true intelligence are considered their special features. Most of all, these tend to vary as individuals. Among these, there are also mutant of high class Majin. They are the most disorganized and diverse bunch. At last, giants, vampires, and demons are high class Majin with long lifespan. Although they too can reproduce, they normally abstain. Hosting overwhelming magic and power, their flesh never deteriorated. And so, there is no need to leave offspring. Though perhaps if their numbers were to decrease due to a war or other reasons, that may change. As one would expect, they are strong. I myself have fought with them many times. They're attacking not with number, just a perfect brawling partner. Altogether, they referred to as the demonic races. Those with high intelligence, capable of reproduction, and hostile to humanity are called demonic races. Then, as for why I cannot reproduce, there is simply no need, as I am a perfect individual. One of the four ever existed true dragons. Storm Dragon Veladora is I. I am bound by neither lifespan nor flesh, a mass of magic essence, and as long as I have will, I'm immortal! And there he goes with his loud laughter. So basically, since I have no lifespan, I don't need to make children. That kind of thing. His later explanation dragged on, but it can't be ignored. Storm Dragon Veladora, eh? A dragon, huh? Having a high-class Majin as his brawling partner? Ain't him kind of a reckless and dangerous fellow? Despite my appearance, I've conquered most of mangas, animes, and light novels as my gentleman's accomplishment. Thinking while mobilizing every knowledge I have, I'm certain that Storm Dragon Veladora, San in front of me, is a dangerous person. Even if he had explained everything so politely, it was rather weird. Now what should I do next? Is that so? The explanation's very easy to understand. Thank you very much. Then I'll excuse myself. With those words, I tried to leave from this place. Wait, I explained myself. Is it not your turn, right? Doesn't seem like a situation where I need to quickly run away. Yeah, let's talk about myself. But wait, I reincarnated from a different world. If I said that, would he even believe it? As a slime possessing high intelligence, deceiving him would be unthinkable. After all, there's a possibility for a death flag if I failed in deceiving him. Oh well. If he doesn't believe me, I'll think about it when the time comes. Resolving myself, I explained everything that happened until now. And well, that's the reason. It's very terrible, you know. While keeping secret about my own skills, I told him everything from when I got stabbed, awakening as a slime, up until the present. As I was saying, it strangely did not seem a troubling situation at all. It was a fact that it was pretty bad. I, unable to see, was the worst part of it all. If this goes on, I won't be able to see every cute girl and beautiful Onisan. I passed? This makes me sad. I see. You're a reincarnated person as I thought. You have a truly rare way of birth. Eh? A rare way of birth? Or rather, the bout reincarnated person? Aren't you supposed to be doubtful or surprised? What's with his response? A reincarnated person isn't rare? From the way he says it, normal birth is beginning to seem more unusual. Reincarnated persons tend to be born once in a while. Those with strong will and memories engraved in their soul. Those among them who can perfectly remember their past are not unusual. But a reincarnated person from another world is a bit rare. Not to mention, you'd normally be born as a human. You'd be born as a monster, and from magic essence to say the least. That I have never heard of. There are a few people with strong souls who are able to endure the crossing between worlds. Moreover, had the soul not stabilized with the monster body after reincarnating, the soul would have vanished. You are special. Is that so? I wasn't self-aware though, so there are reincarnated persons from another world? Yeah, there's no successful examples of going to another world till now. However, there are some people who trip to this side from another world once in a while. They are called strangers or otherworlders, and they possess particular knowledge. Also, they seem to acquire special powers before crossing over to this world. Records of confirmed reincarnated people having the same knowledge as them do remain, although there are some who never confirmed. I see. About another world, I don't know whether they're from the same Earth as me or not, but meeting them wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe there are some Japanese like me around. Because I currently have no goal, it might be good to make it one. I see. In that case, I'll go to see if I can meet any other worlders. Maybe I'll find someone coming from the same country as me among them. Wait, you can't even see. Now, right. Is it because I have no eyes? It's inconvenient, but if I go steadily without dying, I might meet them someday. Probably. I'll show you how to see. Huh? What? Whoa. This Osan. No. Storm Dragon Velodora-san. Ain't he a good person? Dragon? Can I really expect it from him? Eh? Are you serious? Yes. But there is a condition. How about it? A condition, huh? How suspicious, but... What kind of condition? I'll take it if it's a normal condition. Simple. When you concede, don't be scared of me. Also, come talk to me again. Just that much. How about it? Is that just fine? Or rather, this dragon, maybe he was lonely? Is it the solitude of the strong one? No wonder why this talking dragged on. I guess he had no one he can talk with for a long time. This dragon might be a big softy. No, he might be faking about dragon. Or maybe dragons of this world aren't all that impressive? Huh, this might be a good deal. Is that just much I can do? Yes, to tell the truth, I've been sealed here for 300 years, and from that time I've been so plagued by boredom, as I can't do anything for leisure. How about it? If you're alright with it, then I'll happily accept. Then it's a promise. Keep it. Alright. Despite my appearance, I'm a man that can be trusted, or so was my reputation in my past life. Of course, only I think so. Very well. There's a skill called magic power perception. Can you use it? No, I can't. What kind of skill is it? It's a skill that allows you to perceive the surrounding magic essence. It's not a major skill. You can acquire it simply by sensing the magic essence. Oh, it's simple, isn't it? Actually, it's not simple at all. Yes, for someone like me, it's as simple as breathing. You don't even know you're doing it. I see. When I acquire it, I'd be able to see? That's right. The world is covered with magic essence. There is a difference in concentration, and light and sound possess a wave-like property. Did you know? Yeah, light waves and sound waves, right? You're well informed. Is that knowledge from the other world? Well, anyway, by observing the way those waves fluctuate, the magic essence, you can calculate the appearance of the surrounding. Simple, right? Huh? What is he talking about? This guy unreasonably saying it's simple. Like hell it's simple. Uh, this sounds a little difficult. What? With this, even if your eyes and ears are crushed, you can continue fighting, you know. Such thing as surprise attack also become impossible. It's an indispensable skill, you know. No. Let's just leave the matter of combat aside for now. I just want to be able to see. Ugh, it can't be helped. I'll help you acquire it, by the way. I don't know another way. What? Can you even do that? I'm just a beginner that was recently born, you know. Don't worry. Luckily, you have your past life's memories, right? Then you should have knowledge about light and sound. If you had no such knowledge, it would have been impossible for me. You are really blessed. I see. It would be difficult explaining about how to see the world to those whose eyes can't see. It would be impossible even for me to make it understandable. I heard that for Helen Keller-san to be able to speak words, it was because a word that she remembered before reaching 2 years old were triggered. In other words, because I have knowledge of my past life, I can obtain a pseudo-sight and hearing as the substitute with a skill called magic power perception. I have no choice but to do it. Being unable to see is far too inconvenient. Moreover, I've forgotten about it. I have the great sage. I'm sure I'll manage to do it somehow. Please, teach me by all means. Well, no need to get so fired up like that. It's easy, you know. First try to move the magic essence with the magic power inside your body. This is somehow understandable. think I can use the same principle as how I jetted out of the water. Like this? While circulating the inside of my body, I confirmed the movement to the magic essence. I see. More than I expected. Aren't you able to do it fluently? Well then, can you feel the difference between the magic essence moving inside your body with the magic essence outside your body? This is simple too. Because I lived by absorbing magic essence, I felt it consciously. That I understand, since I live by eating. If you understand that much, the rest is simple. Feel the flow of the magic essence outside your body. Although I don't understand to that point. Anyway, I tried to feel the magic essence outside of my body, just as he said. I do feel the essence swaying, back and forth, back and forth. Great Sage, activated. Confirmed, acquiring extra skill, magic power perception. Succeeded. Will you use your extra skill, magic power perception? Yes? No? Eh? Did I really acquire it that easily? Oh well, of course! As expected, Great Sage is so reliable. The moment I had to activate the extra skill, magic power perception, my mind was filled with information. Never even when I was a human had I processed that much information at once. Little by little, my magic essence moving along, waves of light and sound. Having grasped all the incoming information, I converted it into one I can understand. When I was a human, the front field of vision wasn't even 180 degrees. As of right now, I can see 360 degrees all around me without a blind spot. The bolder shadow of the scenery 100 feet away? If I direct my consciousness there, I can see it. If a human's mind was filled with that much information, it might just fry and went crazy. But I'm a slime. Every one of my cells is a muscle and a brain cell. I can definitely manage this much. And so, linking extra skill, magic power perception, and unique skill, Great Sage, succeeded. My field of vision cleared up. Moreover, I wasn't attacked by a burning pain in my brain. Then I can see the world naturally, which, strange as I can't do it till now. Great Sage might be an unfair ability. It might not be an exaggeration to say it's a cheat. If another person has it, I would certainly be claiming it's unfair, but the one who has it is me. So there was no problem. Ah, somehow I'm able to see. Thank you very much. When I said that, I shifted my vision over to that person. He was a real dragon, covered with scales that seemed to possess both softness and hardness of black steel. At a glance, the appearance of an evil dragon. Dragon! Such evil appearance that surpassed my expectations. The shout inside my mind had escaped out as a scream. Status. Name. Mikami Sotoru. Race. Slime. Title. None. Magic. None. Abilities. Unique skill. Great Sage. Unique skill. Predator. Slime. Natural skill. Dissolve. Absorption. Self-regeneration. Skill. Hydraulic propulsion. Extra skill. Magic power perception. Resistances. Thermal fluctuation. Resistance EX. Physical attack resistance. Pain perception nullification. Electricity resistance. Paralysis resistance. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Volume 1, Chapter 4. First Friend. I was surprised. Excuse me for thinking you're a softie. Unmistakably, he's dangerous. I'm so certain. I think I had acted rudely due to my lack of sight, but now I'm renewed. Hey, do you remember the promise? Or rather, for all that complaining, you've acquired it so quickly. Of course, it was just a light joke. I see my surroundings, and I can also hear sounds. You're a big help. It would be better if it takes more time to acquire it. Well, it should be fine. I got scared by his appearance, but this dragon is kind. Moreover, as I expected, this dragon was just feeling lonely. He's the type where the outside didn't match with the inside, just like the red ogre who cried. So, what do you want to do from now? Well, for the time being, I think I'll go looking for the other worlders from the same country as me. Although there's no harm if I don't find any. Finding some would be better, but I don't know whether we'll be on good terms or not. And besides, since I can finally see, might as well see the world. As I can perceive light and sound, the world has expanded. With this, I don't need to munch on grass to kill time anymore. However, this dragon, the more I look at him, the more evil he is. But it seems he hasn't moved an inch. Come to think of it, didn't he say he was sealed away for about 300 years? By the way, Veladora-san, you mentioned that you've been sealed, right? Huh? Yes. I'm certain that I underestimated a small opponent. Although I went serious in the middle of the battle, I lost. This dragon announced I lost profoundly for some reason. Honestly, it doesn't seem like sword nor spear, certainly not magic, can even wound this guy, but was the opponent really that strong? Is there something stronger than this dragon? The outside world is scarier than I thought. Probably. Yes, so strong, possessing divine protection. The existence that called as humanity's hero. Hero? An existence that I'm rather familiar from various games. Recently, there's many works with the stumbled into position of a hero plot, although I don't imagine them being so overwhelming. It seems like they really are strong in this world. Speaking of the hero, referred to oneself as the summoned person, the hero might be coming from the same place as you. Huh? No, if the hero is from the same country as me, he shouldn't be that strong, you know? Well, many of the other worlders possess special powers when they come to this world. That is the power that engraved into their soul before crossing the world. If it's a summoned person, 100% that person would possess special power, in addition, possessing one of a kind unique skill in this world. The reason that might be their strong soul which can endure the summon, different from other worlders who stumbled by chance. The fact that a success rate of a summoning is less than 0.03% supported it. When you say summoning, do you mean summoning with magic or something? That's right. 30 or more magicians performing the ceremony for 3 days. The success rate is low, but that's expected to obtain a powerful weapon. Huh? Weapon? Yes, in order to prevent the summoned person to disobey the summoner, a curse is engraved on their soul. What's with that? Didn't that ignore the summoned person's human rights? Human rights? The other worlds sometimes speak of that. That thing is but an illusion in this world. Survival of the fittest, that is the absolute truth for all of this world. I see. Apparently when summoned to this world, with the common sense of the formal world, there seems to be things that can't be accepted so easily. Then wouldn't the treatment of other worlders, they're like slaves? No, it depends on the person. They have not received the monster warding charm. Those that do either live quiet lives or become adventurers, something like that. Truly, among the many foes I have repelled, quite a few came from another world. In other words, forced labor is only applied in case of summoning? I do not know whether it is appropriate to call it labor. Well, maybe something like that. I know much about humans, but certainly not everything. That's so. You're a dragon after all. Rather, for being a dragon, I think he's extremely informed. Anyway, just talking makes him seem so happy. He answered all the questions I asked. And then for a while, the dragon Villadora-san and I talked about various things. About how he fought the hero, about how strong the hero was. White skin, small crimson lips, jet black long hair. Not too tall, petite and slender physique. And though the eyes were hidden behind a mask, the hero was clearly beautiful. The hero was a woman. Did you lose 'cause you got charmed? When I asked that, nonsense, so he shouted back. She carried a particularly curved blade sword, which called as a katana, and fought without a shield. Unique skill, absolute severance. Unique skill, infinite prison. Using these skills and every kind of magic, she overwhelmed me, he happily exclaimed. I understood what he said, but this dragon, he seems to like humans. He calls them small fry or trash and so on, but it seems he never killed anyone who attacked him, as long as they didn't earn his wrath. One time, 300 years ago, a certain incident occurred. He seemed to have turned a town to ashes. With that incident as the cause, the hero was sent, and he got sealed in the end. The hero used her unique skill, Infinite Prison. I don't know the dragon's feelings. After all, I only know another person's feelings just from my imagination in the end. But I think that he's not a bad dragon. Also, I like him, now that I don't think he's scary. Therefore, alright, then, me? No. Can we be friends? Just a bit. No. It's quite embarrassing. My face must be red currently. What? What did you say? For a slime like you? Become a friend of mine, the feared storm dragon Veladora? Well, it's okay if you don't want to.
Stupid you! I didn't say anything about not accepting, though.
Eh, so, what will you do?
Let's see. Well, if you insist, I can consider.
For some reason, I feel he timidly stealing glances at my way. It would be great if it's a cute girl, but the one who did it is an evil-looking dragon. I don't feel so happy. He's an interesting fellow, though. Anyway, if you don't want it, then deal's off. No second chances.
Wait, it can't be helped. You shall become my friend. Show me your gratitude.
Phew. I'm also not, so we're a good fit. Then I'll be in your care.
Same with me. By the way, let me give you a name. You also give me one.
Huh? What? Why so suddenly?
To etch into our souls that we are equals. The humans seem to call it as a family name or something. I, naming you, shall become a divine protection. You're still nameless, but with this you can call yourself a named monster.
Hmm. In other words, does that mean I need to think of a family name? I don't really have a sense in it, though. Because your Storm, will Tempest be good? It's useless. I quickly said it because Storm is Tempest. Uh, is that too simple?
I decided that's it. What a wonderful name.
He liked it.
From today I am Veladora Tempest, and then I grant you Rimaru as your name. You shall call yourself Rimaru Tempest.
That name was etched into my soul. My appearance, abilities didn't change, but deep inside my soul, something changed. That something can be said for Veladora, too. And so, we two became friends. Or rather, our relationship is more deep than that. Could it be said we're soulmates? Oh, and before I go, that seal can't be removed?
Not with my power. If I had a unique skill equal to that hero's, it might be possible.
You don't have a unique skill?
I do, but I can't use it at all from the moment I was sealed. I barely managed to do telepathy.
The hero's unique skill, Infinite Prison, is a skill which sealed the target for an eternity in an imaginary infinite space. An unpleasant skill that does not allow interference to the real world. In this case, it's strange to think that the only thing he can do is communicate telepathically. The seal didn't seem to weaken as time passed. It's strange how the way Veladora is able to interfere, even if it's just telepathy, and able to sense the real world. Of course, both of us noticed this. Alright, there's something I want to try. As I said that, I touched Veladora, and then predating unique skill Infinite Prison with unique skill Predator failed. As expected, Hero's seal was different. My unique skill interfered with it, and it emitted a dazzling flash, but it was reflected immediately. It made a bit of an opening, but only that much. It's immediately restored itself. In the first place, if there's an equal unique skill, something will happen type of thing will only lead to trouble. Isn't there anything I can do? What to do? Solution, unique skill, infinite prison, has been partly analyzed. Escape methods shall be presented. Escaping with physical body is impossible. Possibility to destroy the prison with physical damage is 0%. Escaping by releasing the imaginary space can't be analyzed. It's necessary to analyze it from the inside, from the same situation captured by infinite prison. Therefore, it's not possible to be done currently. Possibility of escaping only with the spiritual body is 1%. Should dwelling object for the spirit was prepared outside and migrating it to, the success rate is 3%. In addition, this process similar to reincarnating. In case the affinity with the dwelling object is poor, all memories and abilities are wiped. Escape methods are preserved above. I see, the success rates are too low. The unique skill Infinite Prison can only be seen as a transparent swaying membrane. However, for it to be impossible to be destroyed by physical damage, perhaps it's an absolute defense ability as well. Hey, did the hero receive any damage, or rather, did she get injured?
Well asked. Although most of my attacks were evaded, I have landed a few direct hits, but there was no effect. Even death-hurtling winds, black lightning, and even so, storm of destruction that shouldn't be possible to evade had no effect. All over. I laughed.
Veladora laughs while saying this and that. I think her body was covered by the unique skill Infinite Prison, and it became a shield that prevented attacks from outside. What a convenient skill. Unique skill, absolute severance, unique skill, infinite prison. With these two, wasn't she essentially invincible? I don't want to meet her, but she's a person from 300 years ago. I want to think it's as safe as she's likely already died. Certainly, she's the strongest class. Actually, Velladora is the strongest class too, at the current time. Rimuru had no way to know that. Anyway, the escaping method by reincarnated to a dwelling object, huh? For the escape, something seems to be necessary to become the dwelling object. Escaping only with a spiritual body seems to be possible, but the success chance is low. I intentionally don't mention the probability. If Philidor loses his motivation, success rate would decrease.
There's an escape method. Actually, my magic power would hit the bottom after 100 years. At any rate, my magic essence won't stop leaking.
I see, that's why the magic essence concentration around here is so high.
Aye, truly high-ranked monsters can't come near. Grass also hardly grows underground. Only rare vegetation are able to grow in this place, you see.
Ah, I remembered about the hipote grass. It was a mostly valuable medical plant. Oh, well, if that's the case. Will you attempt to escape? If there's a dwelling object, the chances seem to go up. Um, do you know what's considered a dwelling object?
Unfortunately, even if only my spirit escaped, it'd be difficult to gather magic essence to reform the core. Leaving through the opening in the seal, it probably would be success. A dwelling object. In other words, if a new core was prepared, I just need to transfer there. That way, isn't that reincarnation?
This guy. I thought he can't use his head, but he wonderfully guesses it. He reached the same conclusion like great sage, so splendidly. That's... Then, should I look for something for the preparation?
Hmm, actually, I don't need a core. The secret, you ask? Because I'm a perfect individual, a special being. As I'm a spiritual life form, I have no fixation to physical body. This physical body was only a response to the belief of the surroundings.
Again, he said some incomprehensible stuff, and so we spoke until I understood. The result? Magic essence are collected by one's mind and form the flesh. Right now, only his flesh is being bound. But he can't gather the magic essence outside with his mind. That's the situation. So I asked whether he could leave with just his mind,
That is impossible. I would need something as a vessel.
is what he said. If only that mind escaped out, it seemed that it'd diffuse with magic essence and disappear. And then, somewhere else, a new storm dragon would be born. It might be possible to escape, but if there's no meaning to it, if it became a different person, I'm at a loss. Should I eat Veladora with Predator? Analyzing it inside Predator's stomach, can't I open the seal and get rid of the isolation effect of infinite prison? Solution. Subject. Veladora can accommodate inside unique skill Predator's stomach. Oh, it's possible. If I explain it and get his consent, let's do it. If this goes on after 100 years of isolation, only to disappear would be his fate. And so I explained to Veladora about Predator's ability and what would I do. Although success might be impossible without Great Sage's correction.
Interesting. Please do so. I'll entrust my everything to you.
Is it okay for you to trust me that easily?
Of course. Rather than waiting for you to come back here, it would be more interesting to break infinite prison than escape inside of you. What with you and me, the two of us might just be able to break infinite prison.
I see. Not alone. Together. Isn't it fine? While I analyze it with Great Sage and Predator, Veladora would try to destroy it from the inside. And as it's inside the stomach, there's no need to fear of his mind scattering and disappearing. I have a hunch that we can do it. Well then, I'll eat you now. You break out from infinite prison quickly, okay?
Leave it to me. You don't need to wait long. I'll soon be in front of you.
Okay, I made my decision. I touched Veladora and began predation. Instantly, Veladora's gigantic figure disappeared from my view. That was too quick. We were talking together until now. I feel so lonely now that he's gone. I failed before as the skill resisted mine, but there was no resistant together with Veldora's main body. I'm surprised as his gigantic figure could be swallowed. The amount of space in my stomach is used about 25% currently. How big is the space, I wonder? And then, will you begin the analysis of unique skill Infinite Prison? I beg you. Like praying, I answered yes. Status. Name. Rimuru Tempest. Race. Slime. Divine Protection. Stormcrest. Title. None. Magic. None. Abilities. Unique skill. Great Skage. Unique skill. Predator. Slime. Natural skill. Dissolve. Absorption. Self-regeneration. Skill. Hydraulic propulsion. Extra skill. Magic power perception. Resistances. Thermal fluctuation resistance. EX. Physical attack resistance. Pain perception nullification. Electricity resistance. Paralysis resistance.